Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Distant Stars in our Dynastic Divinity series. Holy crap, I am back after several days' absence, and things have gone well. Let's just put it that way, and dive back into some Stellaris gameplay now that I can, literally breathe, as opposed to feel like I'm collapsing under a mountain of stress and real-life obligations and career goals. So, where are we? We are in the process, I'm looking at Campura right now because it's a fairly new colony, and we're in the process of completely removing all of those tile blockers. But at the same time, it looks like we have some additional buildings which I can go ahead and queue up. I will eventually be able to put a Betharian power plant there, but not just yet. But my main objective, actually let's unpause for a second so the naval capacity situation can fix itself. There we go. Just loaded the save back up for the first time in days. I'm sorry the channel was dark for a little bit longer than anticipated, but that's just because, hey, I think you're the L cluster. That's just because things with the thesis defense were so high priority that I just had to keep things offline for a bit longer. So we're diving back in. I've got some Stellaris content coming your way, even though after this episode, as I mentioned in the last one, even though it's been a few days, we are ending this series momentarily. We're taking a break. I'm going to bring some other Stellaris content to you in the meantime in other time slots. So whether you're a fan of the game we're going to start playing tomorrow or not, I think, will have some Stellaris content to enjoy regardless, because we have some stuff to wrap up in both Final Federation and High Dominion. Actually, not really in that order. Really in High Dominion first, and then Final Federation. So what I'm working on right now is I've got these systems out here that need to be colonized. There's an unexplored natural wormhole there, but there's this entire sector of space that's closed off, looks like by ancient mining drones, and just ripe for the taking. Now, Task Force Marasma is already moving to the Arcturus system, which we're going to keep them going that direction just to make sure that system's been cleared out. But then we might continue clearing out ships in the area. We might not go too far because we want to make sure that there's a defensive barrier between us and the Miravandia Confederation. Not that we need to defend ourselves from the Miravandia. They're kind of our buddies. But we are going to pay attention to that as well. Now, it seems like we have room for some additional modules here. So the Eulasia station is... yeah, you're going to need... Should I keep doing what I've been doing? Or should I have this one dedicated? Where are you? That's really kind of in the core of my territory. I kind of want to have like all trading hubs on a few of these. It would be nice to have that energy surplus. Let's do that. Let's do all trading hubs on this one. Go a little bit crazy with it. And then can we go ahead and queue up? No, we can't. We can't actually add on the the off-world trading company until one of them is done. And that's fine. Razogethi is similarly, it's not as close to my borders. So maybe for this one, what I may do is have the traditional shipyard trading hub balance. How about that? And then even a crew quarters would be good as well. Let's go ahead and queue that up. Eurocannon's Maw. Now this one, we're going to need to build lots of defenses on this particular world. And of course we have Task Force Bosca as well, which we are still in the process of building up. Let's go ahead and reinforce the fleet. Build some additional, additional ships. Also, I have room for a few more leaders, actually. So hang on. Let's see what we can add here. We've got Unyielding, Verpim Den Subir. It's a female Verpim. She's psychic. She's already 40, though. We have a 50-year-old with Fleet Logistician, but that trait will arrive on its own. I think a resilient psychic that's 29 seems like a really good idea. Feldurm Den Vagors is our new admiral. Doesn't have any particularly special traits at the moment, but he will soon enough. And of course, we have these new ships that are returning to our territory, having been recruited from a research project that we finished up not too long ago. So let's see, where are we have a science ship, I think, that's in the process of doing a jump, one of the new jumps, and we have this science ship on automatic exploration, this one as well, and that one as well. I kind of want one up here. I think I had summoned this science ship to come this direction, so we're going to use them to explore and then colonize this space. We also have a lot of debris that needs to be checked out in this area. So let's go ahead and unpause. It's been almost 5 minutes into the episode. Let's unpause and see where things go. This is episode 24, so I'm sure you can see we have a longer than usual episode. Don't want to leave you guys hanging on this series. We have this Gaia world we need to colonize. 21 slot Gaia world, in fact. We will need to get an additional colony, or an additional core world slot in order to really take advantage of it. We're almost done with our 4th L-Gate Insight, and that is our second to last
The spirits have granted us
L-Gate
new
Insight.
wisdom.
Right, there it is, in fact. So with that being done, I can go for a better strike craft, I can go for a faster destroyer build speed, which sounds really tempting. Let's go ahead and go for better hull points, though, because I prefer that be added on as soon as humanly possible. Just seems like a good idea. These pops need to be fully grown before I can upgrade this building. Step up to speed 3 and let things cruise for a minute. Now, where the heck is that science ship, is my other question. There you are. Science ship has arrived in Tequim, and the shroud is accessible. Communicate. Yeah, we got more than enough energy for that. The concept of time as we know it is alien to this part of the shroud. What can seem like centuries here may equal mere hours or even minutes in the real world. If one knows where to look, it is even possible to glimpse into the future. Precognition is one of the surest paths to madness for a telepath, so we must use caution. Meditate here for a moment. Medium probability of success. Yes, we got it! Limited precognitive connection to the shroud can be maintained without risking insanity, but the massive influx of probability data is too overwhelming to be of much practical use. Still, if a digital interface could be devised to interpret this data, it could potentially be applied to improve the performance of our starship's combat computers. So now we have precognition interface as a tech research option. Pretty damn cool. That came at a good time. Okay, science ship has arrived from its jump. Really cool. Came all the way here to Tequim from elsewhere. Let's go ahead and get this debris first and foremost. Alright, nothing else to investigate. And then what I want you to do is come back here and survey. Actually, we're going to do this old trick. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and have you survey there, followed by there, there, and there. Oh wait, actually can't do anything more. That's the total list of orders that I can give. Okay, what else do we have? Anything that I can really do? Not really. We've built everything that can be built. These construction ships are hanging out waiting for more work. Making a pretty decent amount of influence per month as well. Which I love. Task Force Bosca, you need more ships. So build more.
System survey complete.
Remic Tertius, yup, let's upgrade that colony core. And we also can go ahead and build a couple of things here. Why not go ahead and get a hydroponics farm going there. And you will need a basic science lab. Now we do still have some Oranathi, yeah, that are in different categories. Highly frustrating. What are we currently researching? Biolab 3 and 4, we need those first. Those are going to be done in 2 months. That'll help us actually with the project that we have yet to pursue. Why don't we go ahead and, yeah, let's do a mining network there. I'm pretty good on food, especially on this particular world that we're looking at. And we're still waiting on Campira to grow its pops. It's going to take a second.
The non-believers are fighting amongst themselves.
Haha, well, not much to worry about there. We've heard that warning plenty of times this series. Let's go ahead and give the order to upgrade the ships here. It's going to take a while for them to return home, but actually, wait, no. Let's clear out Iflagua first. Maybe even clear out. No, I'm going to leave these in place because I want to be able to lock down this territory with no interference. So we're going to clear out just Iflagua, and then we're going to head home. Meanwhile, science ship, where are you?
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
They're right there. You can see them on the way. Biolab 3 and 4 are available. Precognitive interface is available. Yeah, let me go ahead and research this. It seems like this is probably a good idea to have this ASAP. I do want those extra star bases, but the precognitive interface, especially being done in just 33 months, holy crap, that is insanely good. I wasn't expecting it to be that fast. Let's plug these upgrades in here, and we'll get some additional society research. And there go my minerals.
System survey complete.
Aha! During its survey of Edervip 7, the HSV Cordurian discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed satramine gas. This gas is a naturally occurring stimulant that has a calming effect on most beings, typically prompting consensus-seeking behaviors in groups. It is potentially addictive. We have the technology. If we control the system, we can extract this resource. Yay. But I don't think... Yeah, that's just in that system. We don't have it anywhere else. So right now we have terraforming liquids, urantic crystals, and beryllium ore. So that's helping us a little bit. Campira, how you doing? Come on, game. There you go. It's not that hard. You can do this. Oh, it is good to be recording again. Holy crap. How's everybody doing? Talk to me in the comments. What'd you do for the weekend? Let me know. I'm curious. I mean, I told you guys what I was doing. Went to a wedding. That was nice.
Complete.
And I had tons and tons of work to do. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go for the advanced railgun. And then it looks like we've arrived in Iflagua. I'm going to watch a little bit of combat really fast.
Construction complete.
Yeah, those ancient mining drones won't last particularly long. Bye-bye.
System survey complete.
And then there goes their station. Now let's have you guys come home for upgrades. Science ship. Tell you what, I'm going to give these orders again because I want to prioritize the debris. Otherwise that... Oh, there is no debris. Are you serious? Never mind. Forget I said anything. Survey, 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 survey. I do want to have the surveyor come straight to Arcturus as soon as possible. Obvious reasons. And come back to Jormundir. Okay, that's as far as we can go. And that's fine. Now we just need to get all of that taken care of.
System survey complete.
Okay, let's reinforce Task Force Bosca. And it does look like we are going to hit our... Yeah, we're going to hit our naval capacity.
Complete.
Until I can add on to some stations, which I can definitely do. Trading hubs are almost done building here. One of the trading hubs is done, so I can go ahead and queue up the Off-World Trading Company on Eulasia. Encountering Great Wound. We have encountered some form of alien vessels in the Great Wound system. These strange objects have been flagged as Noon aliens. Whoa! Until we can learn more about them, we should proceed with caution. Interesting. What are you? This seems new. These are new space creatures. This is the Great Wound system way over here. This is just in our sensor range because there is an Alvathari ship nearby. Or maybe it's this ship that's able to detect it. I don't know, but what is going on here?
System
Lots of
survey
subspace
complete.
ruptures around this Great Wound. Interesting stuff.
Construction complete.
Yep, let's do that colony upgrade, and then, oh wow, look at those society research points. Holy crap. Let's do a basic science lab for you, and eventually we'll be able to do a Betharian power plant there, but not just yet.
Debris analyzed.
Things going well. Okay, since our initial settlement of Campira, several anomalies in the planet's biosphere have been discovered. The ecosystem is unstable and has not developed according to projected models. Let's see what the modifiers are. Hostile fauna. For a world of this type, our scientists suspect outside tampering, and these suspicions have now been confirmed. A few of our colonists have stumbled upon a large underground terraforming complex that was built thousands of years ago. The equipment was apparently deactivated in the middle of the terraforming process, leaving the planet's biosphere in its current unfinished state. If we supply enough power, we should be able to reactivate the machinery. There is no telling what the end result will be like, however. Who could have built this? Okay, well, I actually am going to... Let's go ahead and research those guys as well. Let's dismantle the equipment. I don't want to risk losing a core world at the moment. Just seems... seems like a bad idea at present. And that upgrade is nowhere near done. We can go ahead and build a... we could do a paradise farm here. Although I like to do those on blank tiles for reasons that I've discussed. Let's do that. Paradise Dome, rather, not Paradise Farm. You might as well say they're farming paradise.
Construction complete.
Alright, so the science ship is making its way through this debris.
Special project complete.
Ideally, we really need another science ship helping out with this surveying prospect. A cloud reads the odd report. So they're void clouds. Why do they not look like void clouds? A cloud reads the odd report, collated from multiple sources, like a cloud of luminous star stuff billowing in the dark. The report goes on to refer to the phenomenon somewhat poetically as a void cloud. It is evident to the priesthoods of the divine Ornathi hierarchy that these clouds are heralds animated by some higher will. Exactly who or what this will belongs is... exactly to whom or what this will belongs is a subject of heated debate, and is likely to remain so for the foreseeable future. Until such time as the void cloud's true nature can be ascertained, it would perhaps be prudent to treat the immense power evident in its roiling motion with some caution. Conduit for the divine or not, it must be studied. Interesting that there's a religious context to this. Let's go ahead and research it. Alright, there are still 2 projects. Alright, they still have their borders closed to us. And I think these guys do as well. This is the gyroid, and they have been unfriendly to us since the beginning. Yeah, they definitely have their borders closed. Okay, well, we won't be getting those last few creatures anytime soon. Jerks. What did I ever do to you? All I want is to get into your territory and research something that should rightfully be yours. Why is this a problem?
Complete.
Why would you hold this against me? Let's see. Let's get a science ship. We have a science ship in the Zen Empire at the moment. We have this one over here. This one over here. Yeah, tell you what. Let's go ahead and bring you home. Experimental subspace navigation set to that system. I love this. It's such a great way to get science ships home quickly. That way we'll have 2 surveying this area and we don't have to wait. Because we're almost 20 minutes into the episode and we've accomplished nothing as far as further expansion, despite the fact that we're building up influence, which annoys me greatly. A second science ship should rectify that.
Debris analyzed.
And you can see the Task Force
Special
Marasma
project
headed home.
complete.
The void clouds are stewards of the cosmos. Once Ornathi astronomers knew what to look for, they found traces of the void clouds everywhere. Formed at the dawn of creation, they stood watch as stars were lit and young planets formed. Now they drift. Quasi-conscious agglomerations of inanimate matter from the earliest hours of time itself, afloat between dying stars and breaking worlds. They are a constant reminder that we are but all small parts of something greater. So we can say humbling and get void loops, which will increase our physics output. Nice. Physics is now our strongest research category. As a result, I'll take it. Yeah, see, I'm nervous to reinforce because we're starting to get close to our naval cap, but at the same time, we're doing okay income-wise. There's not reason to be too cautious.
Complete.
Terraforming complex dismantled, which gave us... Oh, society research. Okay, I'll take it. That's going to help us with the precognitive interface. Our scientists have finished seeing the safe dismantlement of the abandoned terraforming complex on Campira. We still have no information on who built it, but the equipment is remarkably advanced. It should provide a welcome boost to our own research into terraforming methods. Yay. 7 months shaved off of that project. At least for now. Once our stored research goes away. Yeah, it's almost gone. It might go back to being a little bit more. Advanced railgun is done. Ooh, battleship. There we go. I like the idea of going ahead and getting advanced afterburners, because most of my ships have afterburners, and this would make them faster. But also engineering facility 3 and 4. Yeah, let's do that. I've researched the other ones. Makes sense to go ahead and get that done. Makes sense. Aha. Oh, cool. New Ascension perk. So, Fleet Logistics Core. This will reduce ship upkeep by 10%. And we will also get a consumer goods reduction of 20%. So our income just took a nice little boost there. All right, so right now we have Mastery of Nature, which we haven't taken advantage of just yet, but let me tell you, I'm about to, because we have so much influence. Good lord. Imperial Prerogative. Core Sector Systems +5. Starbases are cheaper. Mind over matter, so we have telepathy, and we've transcended. So with that in mind, what can we do now? We can still do technological ascendancy and research faster. We can do Voidborn and start adding stations to our territory, which is a great way to expand our existing territory because we have so many core systems. That actually could be a really good idea for getting the upper hand. Technology speed is primarily determined by system count now, so if I were to add a bunch of new worlds, that would actually help us speed up our research. Didn't used to work that way in Stellaris, but it works that way now. Executive Vigor, Edict Duration plus 50%, that's also tempting. One Vision, we're doing okay on Unity. Starbase Capacity plus 5. Consecrated World. Now this is one that I can use for spiritualists. It lasts for 100 years and increases pop happiness, increases spiritualist ethics attraction, increases pop growth speed, and boosts unity generation. You know what? Let's do that. We're a spiritualist empire. Let's go with that so we have that unique ability, because it's pretty awesome. And yeah, we are behind on our engineering research. Holy crap. Let's see what we can do about that. All right, still have work to do there.
Debris analyzed.
Is that so? Task Force Bosca. Let's reinforce.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Okay, good. So that'll help us if we do go over on our naval capacity, because we're going to have a lot more energy income from upgrading those power plants. But for now, starting to see some endgame techs. Impressive. This will be there till the end of time. I could go ahead and research it just to get off the list. It'll be done in 2 months. Let's do that. Nice. While in command of Task Force Bosca, Admiral Feldim Den Vagors has learned to carefully nurse his supplies to significantly reduce ship operating costs across the board. You saw a nice little jump to our resources there. Okay, we have a lot to do. I don't know. I actually very much doubt that I'll be able to get through many of these before I run out of resources, because I need minerals to do all these upgrades. And I'm already almost out of minerals. Yup, it's going to take a second. That's fine. I'll wait.
Construction complete.
Make me wait, it's fine.
System survey complete.
Where's that science ship? Have they arrived yet? Nope, you're still traveling.
The spirits have granted us
Their
new
estimated
wisdom.
arrival is actually right now. How about that? All right, so I want to have you start surveying. Okay, and then we're going to have you just auto-explore after that. Let's set you to evasive again. Let's also set you to evasive again, just in case you run into something that might kill you. I don't want you to be an idiot. What do we have here? Mining drone laser done? Of course it's done. Resource replicator. Hey, speaking of endgame options. I think I want to go for advanced shields, though. Yeah, let's do that. It's one of the cheaper technologies, which means we're a little bit behind on it. Make sure that we stay with the rest of the galaxy. How has this game been so peaceful so far? This is ridiculous. Esteemed All Mother Joram, a decade ago, the Divine Oranathi hierarchy pledged to support the Artisan Troop, and so you have. So let's renew this deal. And let's also check with the other guys. Yep, can you aid us in our research? We would like to purchase this service. Communicates. Oh, you can ask them about the L-gates. And it's 5,000 in order to get an insight. Ooh, this means that we can actually open up the L-gates if we select this. Am I ready, though? I don't know if I'm ready. Let's say I might wait till later in the episode.
Construction complete.
Because, I mean, that's really tempting, don't get me wrong. But that's also really scary. Because I feel like something terrible is going to happen. Or at least has the potential to happen as soon as we open that Pandora's box. Yeah, it's going to take a second for us to fully upgrade all these buildings. Starting to see some revelations from our explorations.
System survey complete.
Happy about that. Task Force Marasma is still traveling home. Task Force Bosca is still upgrading here. Fleet's already at full strength. That's good to see. And we are over on our naval capacity.
Our ships have been improved.
Let's see. Eurocannon's Maw. Right now you have a black hole observatory And we will need to upgrade you to a star fortress, but I can start building some additional defenses here. Let's do a gun battery, missile battery, and a gun battery and a missile battery. And when we have those slots open, we'll do some hangar base. We need this to be defensive because this is where one of the L gates is. The Eulasia station, you have an additional slot. Let's do a hyperplane registrar. Same theme as the other systems in our core territory that have them. Razelgethi, you can do an off-world trading company, get a little bit more energy that way. And now we need to continue to build up minerals for a few months.
Construction complete.
The asteroid 9965-3427 is emitting some form of radiation in controlled bursts. Is someone or something trying to communicate with us? Let's find out.
System survey complete.
So that's here in this system. Nice, easy anomaly for us to take a look at.
Construction complete.
Okay, here's all this. And yeah, hydroponics farm there will be good. Mudstrom Prime. Yep, definitely engineering facility. We just have, still have power plant upgrades to do. A cobbled together comms repeater has been inexpertly strapped to 9965-3427. Science Officer Valder Denbadir is confident that this is part of a relay network for pirate communications. Initial analysis indicates that the messages relayed are not of a particularly strategically sensitive nature, but rather private intership communications between individual crew members. Perhaps we can learn something about life in deep space.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
And there it is, the precognitive interface. So we're going to have to add that to our ships in just a second. Let's see what else we can get away with, though. We'll go ahead and do the upkeep reduction, because that will be the most immediate benefit. I have a few power plant upgrades I can queue up there.
Anomaly found.
Anomaly. Life signs have been detected coming from the inside of the atmosphere of this gas giant. Could it indicate the presence of some kind of biosphere? Research. All right, you build a starbase. About bloody time. And you get in here, please. There's actually a couple of construction ships, so actually you, just kidding. I need you over here. I need you here. Okay, so the Vor Technocracy has made peace with the Gulkfurki. It's a fun name. We have detected the presence of a pre-space civilization on Butak in the Usquaria system. They are in an early industrial age with electricity and internal combustion engines gradually coming into widespread use. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Well, they're a little bit far. So, how about no? And we don't discuss it again.
System survey complete.
Cool? Cool. Okay, let's keep doing engineering facilities because we need those. Badly. All right, good. That upgrade's almost done, so we can do our Betharian power plant. Atmospheric ecosystem. We discovered a thriving ecosystem in the upper atmosphere of the gas giant Teal 2. Massive floating creatures having evolved bodies filled with lighter-than-air gases follow the wind currents and feed off the energy released by the gas giant's frequent lightning storms. These beings, in turn, support colonies of smaller animals that prey on atmospheric plankton and each other. Fascinating. Lots of research in the Teal system. Good to see.
Construction complete.
So that'll help when we add that in. A colossal impact crater hints that something big collided with the surface of this planet once. Research and advanced shields are done. Good. We need to take a look at our blueprints in just a second. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the advanced booster. And now let's take a look at the precognitive interface is already on, already on most of my ships. I'm actually checking the power stats to ensure that it's on all of them, which it appears to be. Precognitive interface compares quite nicely. Wow, holy crap. Yeah, this is a really, really nice boost to my existing ships. So let's go ahead and give the order for these fleets to upgrade. Our naval capacity is ticking upwards slightly. That's good to see. Okay. What else?
Complete.
Yep. Need to upgrade that. Building that starbase, and we have an additional construction ship there. Hopefully we're almost done in the Teal system. This must be yeah, it's a pretty big system. It's taken a while to survey that. Alright. There's that. Let's go ahead and build mining stations. And then why don't you come here? And we'll go ahead and put you in Jormundir. How about that?
Construction complete.
Works for me. You need a... There's not a lot of mining going on here yet, so let's do a mining network for now. We might expand the operations of that planet once it has a few more tiles. We need to start using our edict pretty soon towards that end. A massive crater on Teal 1 appears to be the result of a collision with a starship. From the size of the crater, we suspect that a ship exiting a hyperlane at maximum velocity rammed the planet for reasons unknown roughly 10,000 years ago. The HSV Livendor has picked up residual subspace echoes near the crash site reminiscent of a collapsed hyperparticulate field. But as the ship itself disintegrated on impact, the theory cannot be verified. So this is going to give us a little boost in terms of our advanced reactor booster. No pun intended.
Construction complete.
You need a Betharian power plant. You need an energy grid. You need a hydroponics farm. And you need nothing at the moment. Alright, so it looks like a research agreement with the Golkferki Confederation has timed out. I bet we can re-up that. If we give them energy credits. Ooh, they don't want energy credits. Give them food? They don't want food. What? That's unusual. Monthly transfer, maybe? Okay. Yeah, if I give them 1,000 a month, they will really like that idea. Well, I don't even have to give them that much, it seems. Let's do a 30-year deal. And if we give them just a little bit per month, we're going to get a nice long research agreement with them. Will that help us a lot? Yeah, it will. Let's go ahead and confirm.
Our ships have been
And there we go.
System survey complete.
They find the offer acceptable.
Construction complete.
Yay. Engineering facility, sure.
Our ships have been improved.
Society research. Okay. Naval capacity, this is probably a good idea. But so is selected lineages. Ugh. Yeah, let's do that first. That's a better idea. We're gonna be okay with our naval cap.
System survey complete.
Inactive buildings. Yeah, we have pops moving around to new planets. Not entirely surprising. Let's do a power plant there. Okay, let's move you and throw down a Paradise Dome. Yeah, you need... Hello, terraforming fluids on Tampere 4. The HSV Cordorian discovered large deposits of various rare terraforming fluids. We have the technology. If we control the system, we can extract this resource. But we don't control the system, and it's a long ways away.
Complete.
So, good talk. Oh, cool. So it looks like we can go ahead and build this starbase. God, we have so much influence. And the Teal system really is... Yeah, this other science ship has arrived up here because it's taken this long. It's done looking at its various... Hang on. Yeah, let's just let the orders stick, and we'll let them overlap and work together and see how well that goes. All right, so we get to pick a new perk now, and we've got all but the supremacy tree unlocked. Is that... Really? Oh yeah, that's right, because there's an Ascension perk that you research. I was looking at it going, wait a minute. All right, let's... we need the starbase capacity increased by 2 and starbase upgrade cost reduced by 20. Now, we don't really need it, but at this point, we can do it. So let's do it. Upgrade you. Yeah, you need to have a basic science lab. And then we've got... Oh yeah, you need one as well. And what else? Yep, another science lab. So many unemployed pops. So many. Holy crap. Let's do a mining network here. Yep, let's upgrade you. You will need a basic science lab. There we go. Starting to look better. This economy is
System
completely off the
survey
charts.
complete. Construction complete.
Sensor echoes have indicated the presence of some kind of unidentified object deep within the atmosphere of this gas giant. Let's look into it. Still trying to figure out what's going on here. Build these mining stations and research stations. The Teal system has got to be almost done. They've got 2 science ships surveying the same system.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
All right, advanced reactor boosters done. Planetary shield generator we are woefully behind on, so I can unlock that and potentially have... That's not going to lead necessarily to any other valuable technologies, but I still want to go ahead and do it. Seriously, what are you guys doing? Why is this taking so long? All right, the Theklock research agreement has timed out. Yeah, they will really help us keep up with our engineering. So let's go ahead and give them energy credits, instant transfer. They don't want... Interesting. What's going on here? All right, so everyone wants minerals, evidently. All right, let's give them 718 minerals. And that deal...
Complete.
Yay. Okay.
Construction
Hurry up,
complete.
Teal system. The HSV Commodore has picked up a strange energy signature coming from somewhere deep inside the atmosphere of Teal 5. It appears to originate from a structure of some kind, possibly the remains of an orbital station, but the atmospheric pressure makes it impossible to approach. Nevertheless, scans of the unique structure have yielded a large amount of valuable physics data. So lots going on in that system.
System survey complete.
There we go. All right. Build a starbase. Pretty please. Let's upgrade you, and then you are going to need... You know what? Let's go ahead and throw down a mineral processing plant there. Nice blank tile.
Construction complete.
I really would like to find out what's going on in the L cluster, but I don't want to...
to.
I don't want to do that before we are absolutely ready. Engineering labs are done, so we can go ahead and have cruisers that build faster or better torpedoes. Let's go ahead and go for the destroyer hull points plus 200. That's a rare tech, and it won't take that long to finish. We're researching a bunch of rare techs, actually. All right, so these labs are ready to go, and we desperately need this. So let me queue these up. And with any luck, it's actually looking like I might get a decent way down this list. Yup. Yup. Okay. This is good. What other territory do I have to colonize? I've got a number of planets in my territory that I can add if I start using sectors. Really didn't want to do that, but I can start with like Ulcod 3A. I also could start doing some terraforming projects. Remind me, you guys are... I need to double check. I think we're tropical preference, right? Yeah, tropical preference. So for tropical preference, we need to terraform some of these worlds to tropical worlds. Let's terraform you to a tropical. It's going to take 5,000 energy. I can afford that. It's fine. This Arctic world will eventually need to be tropical. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Don't know why I had to scroll over every option like 5 times there. But, okay, Eurocannon's Maw. I'm going to need to upgrade to Star Fortresses as soon as I can. But, alright, so leader enhancement selected lineages is done, which means our leaders have a higher level cap for the rest of the game, a longer lifespan, but are more expensive to recruit as a result. Hydroponics farm 4 and 5. We're okay on food at the moment. I kind of want to look at other techs. Command centers for star bases. Ecological adaptation would allow us to terraform inhabited planets. Let's go ahead and do that. And what was I going to look at just now? That's right. Policies. Leader enhancement. Alright, selected lineages. Already got selected automatically. Very nice. All right, so we have some edicts that we could throw down if I wanted to. We could do production targets with this extra mineral surplus that I have. We could do diplomatic grants, land of opportunity. We could also hallow planets, but that costs considerably more unity. Or I can continue waiting so I can use the Mastery of Nature edict, which I haven't done just yet on any of my worlds. I think that's what I'll do.
Construction complete.
All right, mining stations. You come here and build research stations. You come down here, please. Meanwhile, looks like we have... Good, we have one science ship heading out to the Ennuis. Is that how you pronounce that? The Ennuis system?
Survey complete.
I would like to colonize Arcturus before the end of this episode. We're going to try and make that happen. The weak but insistent signal transmits on repeat in the Ennuis system. The HSV Commodore has pinpointed its source to emanating from within the mouth of a destabilized subspace rift at the system's edge. What could be on the other side? Perhaps we shall find out. Let's explore this natural wormhole. I'm a little bit worried that this leads out to the L-gates.
Construction complete.
I am more than a little bit concerned, in fact.
Anomaly found.
Anomaly found. Strong energy emissions of an unknown origin make this asteroid stand out from the rest of its peers in this crowded asteroid field. This is in the Ophthomia system, which we're in the process of surveying. So let's research that and why it's doing that. Let's also queue up that upgrade. Yep, let's get that upgrade done and that upgrade.
Our ships have been improved.
Okay, so the wormhole in Ennuis has been explored. It connects to the Istrum system. Travel to unknown. I'm a little bit worried about this. Let's go down to speed 1. See what happens when we go through.
System survey complete. The spirits have granted us new
Oh God.
wisdom.
The HSV Commodore has encountered a massive being of pure energy in the Ishtum system. A veritable vortex of psionic forces. Our crew senses intense malevolence emanating from the entity. Bafflingly, the Ishtum system itself seems to be entirely devoid of any connection to the subspace hyperlane network. Whether this entity's presence has severed the system's hyperlane connections, or if unexpected subspace fluctuations trapped it here, it is unknown. One matter is known, however. The repeating signal we first registered in the Ennuis system appears to originate from Istrum 2 battle stations. So this might not be the this is the psionic entity. Interesting. Mysterious tanker, it says here. We can get into the shroud as well. And we have a new technology option. Too many things. What do we have? Neutron launchers? I kind of want to go for neutron launchers, have slightly better torpedoes. But let's go for gamma laser, because that's going to unlock additional energy weapons. Seems like a good idea. So that might not be the L-gate just yet. I mean, I was thinking it might be an alternative entrance to like the L-gate systems, but that just looks like one system that's disconnected. So that might just be a new part of Distant Stars, which is cool. Asteroid 4863 is pockmarked with craters from weapon blasts and appears to have been used as a target range by someone roughly 2 millennia ago. Residual energy readings suggest they tested increasingly exotic weaponry, including subspace bombs and some kind of singularity generator. Our scientists would be interested in studying the unusual energy echoes that remain. Okay, interesting. Let's look. Let's see what we got. And we do have the resources to start upgrading this. We definitely want a Star Fortress and Eurocannon's Maw. The Oginolux destroyers have insulted us. Lottie frickin' duh. Alright, let's communicate with the Shroud. Do you hear the voices too? Suddenly, in a painful moment of clarity, the nature of our existence is laid bare. A multiverse where thousands of galaxies like our own are locked in endless cycles of conflict. It begins, it ends, and then it begins again, each time with trillions of lives hanging in the balance. So it is, a voice whispers, and so it shall always be. So we can get increased weapon strength with a high probability of success, or increased sensor range. I rather like the high probability of success with increased weapon strength. Oh, we got a curse bestow. Really? Seriously? We had a high probability of success, and you threw that in my face. All right, well, research speed just got dropped by 20%. Damn it. All right. Here I was thinking that was a sure shot. Alright, so let's see what this science ship is up to. You come survey this system, please. Tell you what, I want you to survey here, then here, then here, then you can auto-explore. Then I don't care. Same with you. We're going to head out to the Istrum system once we have a little bit more ability to take on that psionic entity. We have detected the presence of a pre-space alien civilization on Thriving Green in the Cormagian system. There is evidence that they may have harnessed the power of the atom, and nuclear weapons may be prolific among their many divided nation-states. The possibility of a sudden self-inflicted extinction event is high. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Interesting.
Our science ship is beset by enemies.
Where's that? Oh, the Cormagian system. The system I was just looking at. Okay, we definitely need basic science lab there. Let's go ahead and do a mining network here. And yeah, basic science lab there for you. We're going to need to modify some more of my population fairly soon. Alright, so those stations are being built.
System survey complete.
Yay!
Anomaly found.
The Woomjiam system has been surveyed. That's just a fun system name. Where's the Woomjiam system? Way over here. And there's a no man's land in between these empires. Where are my empires is the question I would like answered. I don't see any of them. I was expecting to see at least one in this series, and there's none of them. I'm just not happy. Impressive structures litter a small area on the surface of Ophbomia 6, practically begging for some archaeological work. Okay. Have a look. Yeah, so should I get Task Force Marasma and Bosca together and have them take on our good buddies out here in the Istrum system? Would that be a terrible idea? Let's have them move. And also, I just realized, hang on, where's this science ship? You need to explore this system first. I had them explore the wormhole, but not the system.
Complete.
Who insulted me? The Oganolox destroyers? I literally don't care.
Construction complete.
You have not been a threat to me for a long time, buddy boy. Long time. Oh, we don't have a temple here yet. That's weird. Let's resolve that problem. A lot still being built on Campira.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Alright, destroyer hull points plus 200. Battleships sound like a good idea. Destroyer build speed. Yeah, let's do that first. That's not going to take very long. We've been sitting on that project forever and a day. I'm hoping that when this finishes, we have the tech for an additional core world. That would be nice. Abandoned amusement park. The structures on Ophbomia 6 are not as old as we first believed. It seems to be a playground or amusement park of some sort. Science officer Valdregden Badir notes that many of the contraptions are highly complex creations that we can learn much from, and that to the builder's alien eyes, this might have been a cutting-edge sensor array or even a gigantic art installation. Regardless, to us Oranathi, it looks mostly like a place where you would take your young and let them amuse themselves. Alright, so this is going to help with our two bottom projects here.
Construction complete.
Now that's just going to be 3 months.
Construction complete.
Any stored research that we get just gets used up immediately almost because of our base research rate.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Yep. Alright. No extra core worlds just yet. Starbase capacity plus 2, resettlement cost. Let's go ahead and do combat training. Just continuing to do things that are cheaper, that are going to help from a defensive standpoint. It's been helping us throughout the series so far. Haven't really had any issues. We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this planet. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. Take a look, see.
Survey complete.
What do we got? The Eudixa system has been fully surveyed. Okay. You need to build a starbase. Shipyard build speed increased by 25% and ship upgrade costs reduced by 20. Claim influence costs reduced by 20. Army damage increased by 25. Let's go ahead and reduce the ship upgrade cost.
System survey complete.
Aha, another L-Gate insight. And also the final level of mining networks. I think I'm going to go for Corps of Engineers so that these upgrades happen faster. because we do still have a number of star bases to upgrade and maybe even some additional ones to build. Speaking of that, I have room for an additional star base now because our population has been expanding. Let's see. This is the Campira system. What about over here? I've got stations around all these. You know, this does need to be... Yeah, we need to have an additional station there for sure. But then I'm going to go over to the... I forgot we have this ring world as well that we can rebuild. Holy crap. Oh, man. This is going to be such an awesome episode 21 through 40. It really will. All right, so let's go ahead maybe and expand on the Tiklim system. That's next to the Fallen Empire, which means, as far as I'm concerned, it's nice and safe. A microsingularity recently intersected NUS-1, passing straight through the core and emerging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies our current scientific models. Further study may be warranted. Fascinating. Recycling campaign edict has expired. Let's fix that. I've got a lot of influence to use. That much is for certain.
System survey complete.
Okay, so why don't I bring... Yeah, you're still building, but you're done. So you come build a starbase. I'll bring you down here. You should almost be done. Oh no, you're still working on it. I must have paused the game for a moment. And we are 51 minutes into the episode. Here I was trying to get this planet colonized. It's just going to take a while. How big is the Unor system? That's not that big. Maybe we'll get it done. Or at the very least, I'll give the order.
System survey
that would be nice. Not doing this in any particular order. Not really necessary. Come on now. There we go. Mining stations and research station. All right, science ship is going to Jormundir finally. Definitely need an engineering facility here, engineering facility there. Noticing a pattern yet? That's the category where we're lacking, so trying to catch up. First time I've seen this in a while. LK-1294 periodically spews an alarmingly eclectic mix of particles and radiation into the void. So this is a level 4 scientist. If we change the scientist and bring in a level 5, it's going to take a while to get this done, but that's challenging for you too. This is in the Unur system. Baldrig and Badir. Yeah, you go ahead and just research. It's going to take a while, but let's just get that done. That means we probably won't get Arcturus colonized for the end of this episode, but maybe we'll get the task forces out to confront the psionic entity, and we might be successful there. Combat training is done. Very good. Yeah, let's go ahead and boost our Empire leader capacity and reduce our leader recruitment cost.
System survey complete.
Nice. So Vadrigden Vagors is now an archaeologist. Not really necessary, because we've already gotten our precursor stuff. All right, gamma laser's done. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for tachyon sensors. Man, we have so much influence.
Complete.
Very soon we're going to be able to start using it on expanding our core worlds. As a matter of fact, I can start doing that now. Like Old Orin, I can go ahead and say, land clearance. Yeah, it doesn't even cost that much. It's only going to increase the size of the planet by 1 tile. And it was an energy tile. So we can add anything we want here. I'm going to go ahead and add a planetary shield generator on top of that. And then let's go ahead and start. Let's do one more on OTRDL. That added one more tile here, which allows us to build a mineral processing plant, which seems like is quite overdue. I can do one here if I wanted. Although now we're starting to use up our... We are definitely starting to use up our influence. So I want to be careful with that. Another planetary shield generator, maybe? On Verpima? Why not? Gives us a few research points and helps us in some other ways.
Anomaly found.
We have detected life signs coming from somewhere beneath the barren and lifeless surface of the planet. What manner of organism could possibly live here? Research. Figure out what it's possibly trying to tell me. And one task force has arrived. Where's the other one?
Construction complete.
Oh, wow. Task Force Bosca was, like, a long way away.
Heretic fleet engaged.
Oh, why did you travel? I didn't give the order for them to go through the wormhole. Well, now they're engaging the psionic entity. That was not intentional at all.
Complete.
But we'll see how this goes. Maybe they'll do okay. That was not at all intentional. Very frustrating. I don't know when maybe I clicked something. You guys can tell me, and I'll go back and watch the episode, I guess, too. Does seem like we're maybe killing it. Nice. Okay, well, that was easier than expected. With the destruction of the malevolent psionic entity... Hang on, this is worth getting a... thumbnail shot, shall we? So what did it say? Our science vessel should be able to safely explore this unique section of space devoid of hyperlanes. Excellent. Well, that was unexpectedly easy. Let's reinforce the fleet and send them home for repairs. And we have we have another Gaia planet in there. Holy crap. Okay, well, that worked out. All right, let's go ahead and finish surveying this system. And then we're going to survey the Istrum system at that point as well. Very nice. All right, the research agreement with the Holy Miravandi Confederation is timed out. Let's go ahead and offer another one. Don't have to offer anything special. They like us plenty. All right, I'm sure they accepted. I'd be shocked if they didn't.
Complete.
Some kind of burrowing silicon-based life form inhabits a vast network of tunnels beneath the barren surface of Fihir 1, which is right here. As best as we can tell, the creatures feed off rocks, and there's evidence to suggest that they possess a rudimentary form of intelligence. Their tunneling efforts have shuffled large amounts of valuable minerals to the surface. Our science officer has found an anomaly. It will require extensive probing, but we could garner a substantial find. Okie doke. All right, so you're done here. Why don't you go ahead and build these stations, please? You build this starbase. Making progress, finally. All right, let's go ahead and upgrade these to starholds.
Construction complete.
All right, and I think I need to give the order for both of these guys to return. Because Task Force Bosca, yeah, you just completely wasted my time, man. I'm not sure how that order went through, but it went through. Starbase upgrade cost is now cheaper. Kinetic battery sounds fun. Let's go for a battleship first, shall we? It's not even going to take that long. We're about an hour into the episode. I need to stop things pretty soon here. That's really cool. Teachings of Explorers. The HSV Commodore's crew is reporting that they found something spectacular on Jormundir 3b. In the surface lies traces of an explorative expedition of another civilization. Left behind are some well-preserved documents and artifacts. The proposed action by Chief Science Officer Vadrig Den Vagors is to send the text findings to our homeworld for translation. There is also the possibility to sell them off to a private investor. Let's send to our homeworld for research.
Updated.
And the Explorer's text, that should give us a pretty nice edict Also, our naval capacity is a little bit better at the moment. Won't be for long, though.
Complete. Construction complete.
Once I add some anchorages, we can solve our naval capacity problem. Oh. Who destroyed the Curator Station? And why would you do a silly thing like that? Wraith. Okay, so a Wraith destroyed the Curators. Well, that sucks. We're receiving a weak signal from the surface of this planet. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. Okay. Well, that's terrible. Those were the Curators. That was part of our research boost. And now we've just lost that benefit.
Special project complete.
Philosophical mindset. So after many weeks of study, our expert linguists have unearthed the meaning behind the documents found on Jormundio 3b. The documents were philosophical ponderings by a famous scholar, only referred to as Talisa the Teller of Tales. Her teachings have provided us with much insight into how to better gain political results via applying different states of mind and use larger-scale questions as a focus for reform. Gives access to the master's teachings, philosophical mindset, Empire Edict. Nice. Splendid. So with that in place, yeah, this will help with society research and boost our Empire leader capacity. Let's go ahead and do this. This is a nice cheap edict. And we'll be able to expand in this direction pretty soon. I'm excited about Istrum, though. We've got these guys headed that direction right now. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Fihir 4. I really don't care too much about what's happening in Fihir. It's way outside of my territory. All right, your cannon's Maw. Let's go ahead and get hangar bays built there. Followed by target uplink computer, and then maybe a let's do a communications jammer.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
Where are our science ships? We've got one here, still looking at that particular. All right, they're 93% done. Once that's done, we'll finally be able to keep exploring in this direction, including in the Arcturus system. But I do need to go ahead and stop this episode so I can upload it for you guys today, because this one's going to take a while to upload. So let's see. Let me. I guess I'll go ahead and do a visitor center for you, but I'd rather put you on a blank tile, tell you the truth. I don't. Well, screw it. I'm going to break my own rules, and we're just going to put the visitor center on top of the energy tile. I don't normally do that. Talked about it extensively in this series, but it's okay. We will live. We will get by. Illicit matter. The HSV Livendor finds a disturbing tangle of technology hidden in a deep crater on the asteroid's surface. Evidently, someone has, with rather simple means, managed to stabilize a one-way wormhole, and Science Officer Valdregden Badir quickly asserts that the asteroid is the exit point. The other end opens up somewhere in uncharted space some light years away from a black hole, and small quantities of dark matter are leaking, being siphoned through the wormhole. Whoever set this up seems to have abandoned the operation. So we've got a dark matter deposit here in the Unor system, which is great news.
Anomaly found.
That'll be good for physics research. An unusually deliberate geomagnetic configuration of minerals drifts through the debris belt by THX 906 and is possibly of alien origin. Let's look at that. Lots of anomalies in that system. It's a little bit ridiculous because I'm just trying to get to frickin' Arcturus. Okay, well, it's time to take a break with Dynastic Divinity. We don't have any vassals just yet, even though we're a feudal empire. Actually, right now, technically, we're an enlightened monarchy because we have the Philosopher King. But we're off to an amazing start with this series. And 21 through 40 should be really interesting as an endgame run for the series because we're going to have these Gaia planets we've added to our core territory. We're going to need to add a few core slots in order to make that happen, but it's going to be doable. And then we're going to have some additional systems which we can probably add via sectors. I will eventually go ahead and start breaking things up into sectors. I've been terrible about that with my Stellaris play recently. I love to have the actual micro management of all of the planets in my control. I like just having direct control of stuff. Plus, I think we've got a pretty nice governor at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Intellectual and environmental engineer and psychic. So that's really helpful as well. And we've been enjoying that to a great extent. But when this series comes back for episodes 21 through 40, like I said, we're going to have some interesting times ahead. I'm not sure what other empires may be in the galaxy. I'm hoping there are at least a few more, possibly some belonging to me that I've made that I just haven't met yet. But I I may have to exchange communication with some of the other empires to really find them, like with the Alvathari, for instance. Tell you what, let's try really quickly. Okay, so they've accepted, and there is literally no one. Okay, well, I don't know if there's anyone out there. I guess not. Maybe the Zin Empire. Well, we've already explored down here. There's nothing there. So I don't know if any of my empires are in this game, which is really quite frustrating, but oh well. I'll keep that setting on for future Stellaris playthroughs as well, and eventually we'll run into someone that I've created, including the Oranathi in future playthroughs. But for now, I'll stop this one here, and we will jump into a brand new game the channel's never seen before. That's not brand new as far as games are concerned. This one's been out for a little bit, but definitely haven't played it on the channel yet, and I've had a few people asking about it, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, along with the rest of my science fiction, simulation, and or survival content. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.